DC super.
Excuse me, comic nerd.
But Snowflame is powered by cocaine.
You're allowed to, Nick. No, I mean,
How can we
you're
talk
allowed to. Why aren't we? It's literally the first thing you did on this stream.
How can we talk about Snowflame, the canonical DC supervillain powered by cocaine, if we don't talk about cocaine? Oh, okay.
Okay. Oh, good news. Nick was sent. Nick's nefarious attempts to talk about cocaine on stream have been thwarted.
OBS just can't find my microphone sometimes, and that was another case of OBS not finding.
It's all right, Nick. We don't need you for this stream. We'll do all the talking.
We can do all the cocaine talking on our own.
Welcome in, everyone. They won't shut the fuck up about cocaine.
All right. Sorry, Nick, I can't hear anything you're saying. All I can hear is cocaine.
What's that, Nick? Your favorite DC supervillain is Snowflame?
Just for that, I'm killing Ben's D&D character.
You already did.
Yeah. I knew I'd have to. I knew that this would come up. I knew you would find the allure of DC supervillain Snowflame irresistible. So, welcome everyone. It's Nordmark. It's West March's D&D. My camera's a little blurry. Either that or my eyesight is, one or the other. And we're coming up to the end of the milestone quest, the Rock. They've arrived at said rock, gone down a wonderful little elevator. It was lovely. It was
well,
chill.
You missed out the bit where we fought the giant dragon called Snowflame.
Yeah.
No, that is actually a real that's a great dragon name, to be fair.
Hell of a breath weapon.
Yeah, I don't know where
just
you came
cocaine
up with
Cocaine breath.
Oh my god, that's an amazing thing.
It'd be a haste breath weapon. That's literally the haste spell, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
there
are dragons that can do a haste breath.
Yeah, metallic dragons. That's literally probably their thing. Like just cocaine breath.
Like a couple of them do, anyway. At least, yeah. Anyway,
metallic
enough about
commas.
DC supervillain Snowflame, who was powered by cocaine.
DC supervillain.
Sorry, Nick, I'm gonna have to
powered by
postpone the
Snowflame.
stream. I need to write up a new book about drug-fueled dragons.
Right. Anyway, you're all descending in an elevator.
I'm already there.
And yeah, you're already okay. Yeah, okay. Aegis died. You descended into an elevator. In an elevator, you just for fuck's sake, all this talk of Snowflame has completely thrown me. You have descended in an elevator into hell with cocaine, and you are ready to open the cocaine door and speak to the Lord of Hell himself, Ashmedai, who is waiting, tapping his foot for you to arrive. With the exception of Aegis, who is not here. What do you say?
Shortcut.
Oh.
Hello, Ashhole.
Stop.
So we're down there. The door is open, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
So I step out of the elevator, pull a cigar out, strike up, a little holy fire to light it, slip my mask back, which is something none of you have ever seen me do. Take a puff. Don't blow smoke in Ashmedai's face. Say, so I heard you have some of my crew.
Straight to business. Very well. I suppose you gave my bodyguard the runaround.
Ah, that was your bodyguard then.
Aranax is petulant and a little testy, but very useful. Who told you about this place?
That's a good question. I personally don't know.
Well, you must know something, surely. One of you must know something.
As a druid, I'm taught many things about the world.
Then tell me. And you feel magic.
I believe you've got
laced into
Aegis.
that command. Please make me a wisdom
no.
saving throw.
Oh dear. Actually, let me just double check. Just let me double check my new character sheet. Okay, +9, so I know this is going to be a natural 1. Oh, cool. That is a natural 15 for a 24.
That's good, because you needed 22.
Oh, that's a big save.
I mean, I'm literally using the actual stat block for Asmodeus. So
I was wondering if you would.
yeah, no, I got it right here, and I'm checking. If you, yeah, you can choose what you say in response.
Well, Ashmedai, I can't tell a lie. You told me personally.
Oh, sorry, it was literally DC 24, not even 22. Like, you got exactly what you needed.
Spicy.
As you have entered his
Fantastic.
submission aura.
Yeah, Tattle just has her arms folded and she's looking very smug right now.
Well, it's hardly ordinary people that can get past Aranax. I suppose you'd like to look around, or are you just here for Imp?
And Aegis, if you please.
Yeah, it's all right. Fine. I mean, what are you offering? It's hardly something I'll give away for free.
I understand there's a contest of sorts in place.
No, not concrete enough. Tell you what, why don't you have a think on it? See if you've got anything better to offer. While I show you around. I mean, you've come all this way. Someone wants you to see this.
A tour might not be too bad.
Just a little paperwork first, of course. And he sort of wriggles his fingers, and a large scroll written in Infernal appears in his hand. Just at the bottom there, I'll just need your names.
Hey, can I read this contract?
Sure, it says... This non-disclosure agreement in quotes, is executed by and between the undersigned recipient and the discloser, wherein the recipient agrees to maintain the highest level of secrecy regarding any confidential information, including but not limited to infernal knowledge, interdimensional discoveries, and other arcane revelations imparted by the discloser. In acknowledgement of the extraordinary and immutable nature of the supernatural forces governing this agreement, the recipient understands that any attempt to reveal or discuss said confidential information, while within hell or any infernal sphere, shall invoke an immediate termination of life, effectuated by a fatal necrotic force beyond the control of mortal will or any earthly tribunal, as mandated by the binding laws of death and decay. The recipient further recognizes that this agreement is enforced through the power of primordial magics transcending both time and space, and shall persist indefinitely, including through all forms of reincarnation, resumption of essence, and transition across planes. Breach of this agreement shall result in irrevocable and catastrophic consequences, including but not limited to the obliteration of the recipient's soul, subjugation to infernal forces, and permanent exclusion from all domains of existence at the discretion of the discloser. The parties hereby affirm that no tribunal, earthly or celestial, shall hold jurisdiction over disputes arising from this agreement, as its terms are irrevocably and universally binding across all realms of being.
Okay, so Tattle just skims it. If we sign this contract and tell anyone about anything we see, we just cease to exist? That seems a bit harsh.
Just don't talk.
But I love to talk. Didn't you just
I'd
see
rather
before
not
when I
sign.
talked?
Just don't say what... just don't talk about what you're about to see. That's all I ask.
Well, can't you just take our word on that?
No, that is precisely why I've drawn up a contract. If I can't take your word, why... Well, if I could take your word, why are you so reticent to sign?
Maybe I'm offended that you wouldn't take my word.
I'm Ashmedai. I deal exclusively in deals and contracts. You're really not going to force me out of my comfort zone like that, are you? Come on, there's wine in it for you.
I didn't see anything about wine in this contract.
Well, no, but I'm a gracious host. Of course there's wine in it.
Okay, can I just sort of carefully read the contract and just sort of confirm there's absolutely nothing else up to this deal?
Investigation check, please.
Okay, investigation.
Can I use guidance?
History's a possibility as well. Or religion.
Being as I can read Infernal, can I grant advantage on that?
I would like to work on that, reading the contract. Help out.
I would say that Nigel can assist. Being able to read Infernal doesn't help.
Fair enough.
Good. I have +9 to religion. Oh boy.
Okay. Is it Tattle who's rolling either way?
Yes.
Okay.
You're the one talking.
Well, right.
That's fair.
Ironically, if this was nature, I'd be getting +11, but because it's everything else, it's investigation. History or religion, and that's basically +3 either way. Let's see how this goes. Seven.
Inspiration.
I do have inspiration, but do I want to
do
use
have
it here?
inspiration. You've got advantage, but that means you can only re-roll one of those dice.
Oh, wait. I forgot to roll with advantage.
Oh, well, start with that, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
You're all on 2024 rules now. The inspiration is you only re-roll one of your dice.
Okay.
Oh, by the way,
Doesn't
inspiration
matter.
can now let you reroll anything. Damage, whatever.
Well,
no matter
die.
if it's a roll, you can reroll it.
Oh, yeah. Well, the second roll was a natural 1. This is off to a great start. Yeah.
You gonna try
do I
rolling
want-
again, or?
Do I want to use it on this contract? Yeah. I think, I mean, Tattle's... Like, she's done deals, but she's not a lawyer. I don't think she's really gonna...
Hey, you could always get more inspiration later.
That's true. You know what, actually, you're right. Use it or lose it. Let's go.
Yep.
Okay, that's a 19.
19. Okay, that's enough. This contract is on the level. If you talk about anything you see here, you will die. But that's it. There's nothing hidden. There's no catch. That's it.
Amity pipes up with a, what happens if we don't sign it?
Hello. Put you back in the elevator and you go back home, don't you? How's your crew doing, by the way?
Oh. Hey, that's a good question. We got some of it, Morian's Grace protecting the ship, but I reckon that won't hold forever.
I can hardly show you what I've been working on if you're just going to go and tell all of my enemies. I'm not the only devil in hell, you know.
This is true, this is true. I don't suppose you'd be willing to, I don't know, sweeten the deal with we sign it? Throw in anything extra for us? Coming all this way?
Well, I don't see why. You're rather a nuisance turning up. If anything, I am already sweetening the deal by not just killing you.
I suppose. Now, this is your ship. We should show you some level of respect, essentially.
If you want to order the terms and you have something else to offer, well, I'm always listening.
Can't think of anything I have to offer at the moment. Well, you say the contract is on the level. And if we don't sign it, we've come all this way for nothing. What say the rest of you? I mean, Thorek, you've dealt with Ashmedai before.
Thorek doesn't say anything in response. He kind of tries to avoid looking at Ashmedai in general.
Understandable.
I suppose that's fair.
I have a question for you, Ashmedai. Are you going to allow us to see Imp and Aegis?
Oh, of course. Of course.
Fine. I'm going to play your game then.
If I don't,
And,
just come here again anyway, won't you?
Yep. Tattle just signed Airy Pinkham at the bottom of the contract.
And the rest of you?
I suppose.
Say, Amity's not about to leave somebody to go into the hells by
We don't really
themselves.
have
So,
much of a choice.
yeah, signing a contract at that point is a given. But before they do still say, well, there's a bit of an issue with. We're going to be afforded an opportunity to perhaps do something about this fog.
Oh, I doubt it.
I don't mention the scream at all, though, that happened in the dream that got us here in the first place.
I mean, honestly, that is a good point. If you're having us sign this non-disclosure to prevent us from saying anything, if we're going to have to deal with the fog and the dragon on the way out, what's even the point? It may just kill us, rendering signing the whole thing pointless. Some assurances that we wouldn't have to deal with that on the way back would be nice.
Snaps his fingers, and a young man with blonde hair with streaks of blue steps forward in a puff of sulphurous brimstone. Aranax, do tell them you're not going to be beastly to them on the way back, will you? And the dragon that killed Aegis only minutes ago looks at you all and goes, fine, if you play nice. Only if you play nice.
Oh no, Aranax is a streamer.
Oh, no.
He's a blue dragon, that's where the blue streaks comes from.
And the mutations from the fog?
Can't say anything else until you've all signed, I think.
Fine. Amity signs it.
I suppose I'll sign it too.
Wonderful. And he snaps his fingers again, and in a puff of brimstone, Imp appears. And he says, Imp, do be ever so good and go file this with the others. Put it just next to your contract, maybe. You can have another look at it and pine. Very good. And snaps, and they are gone. See, I told you I'd let you see them again.
Yeah, Tattle literally just doesn't say anything. She's still reaching out.
Now, about this fog, Well, I'm not inclined to help you break some sort of foggy curse, because you see, or perhaps it's better if you follow me. And he tears open a hole in reality, made of fire, and steps through. He says, come this way. And you follow in, and you're in a different room. In hell, it's a small cave, and there's pipeworks everywhere, and these bubbling cauldrons of different colors, and 3 big boilers that are heated by magma. And he's like, well, the simple reason is I created it.
I mean, that much was obvious.
Yes.
So you
well,
can't just switch it
would I
off?
stop it? Oh, I could, but why would I?
Yeah. I'm sure you don't want us hanging around too long.
Oh, you won't if I keep it going. Even the strongest adventurer succumbs in the end to the chaos, to the raw, unbridled chaos.
Can I see any sort of weakness in this device, by the way?
Yeah, okay, so there are 3 boilers, 3 cauldrons. The boilers, if you could explode if you overpressurize them. Cauldrons look like they're almost like vents or escape outlets.
Oh, you see, those would be a plug.
Do you say that out loud?
Absolutely not.
Hey, Satan, how best can we, destroy your whole doomsday machine here?
The name is
I'm not saying that out loud. I did not say that out loud.
Oh, don't worry about the candle fungus. I've taken to just leaving it to grow wild lately. And you can see that the floor is like decked in candles that are all lit. It's everywhere in the hells. You know, some
Candle
souls
fungus.
that come down here think we put the candles out everywhere and light them ourselves.
That must get on your wick.
Oh, I like that. A good pun
Seems
drives
like an awful.
the right kind of person to violence.
Seems like an awful lot of effort to spread some doom, guy.
They're everywhere. We once tried to stop them, but to be honest, they don't do any harm. Not to us, anyway.
Well, what do they do to people who aren't you?
Well, I mean, they're on fire.
Anything else?
Well, fire hurts, doesn't it? Not for me.
I suppose it does.
But for someone like you, someone like Aegis here, and he snaps his fingers and Aegis appears, and falls in the air onto the candle fungus and snaps several of them, and the flames burn at Aegis's beard and body, and he screams for a second and then snaps them, gone again. We've had Aegis put to work bringing in the lemures. He seems to enjoy watching over the young ones, the new ones, you know. And the lemures, they need the most help, really.
Would Tattle be able to tell how sort of natural the candle funguses are?
Yeah, make me a nature check.
Hot diggity damn.
Hot diggity daffodil. And Nigel, of
Is a
course. Go ahead. Sorry.
That's a natural 19 for a 30.
God damn.
Okay, with a 30, they're pretty natural for the hells. Not natural anywhere else, but pretty natural for the hells.
I suppose I should be more specific. Fire obviously hurts those, not of the infernal persuasion, but does proximity to the candles, does it have any long-term effects? Does it do anything on its own, simply existing near these infernal plants? Does that do anything?
Oh no, they just burn. Shed a bit of light. Flicker and gutter like all candles do.
Huh. Honestly, that's not too bad.
Well,
it just grows everywhere.
Fascinating, I'm sure. I'm still stuck on what transforming random people and creatures into mindlessly violent creatures does for a devil.
I was hoping you'd ask. Let's grab dinner. Snaps his fingers, and you're all sat at this huge oak table. He goes, "Wine, please," and Imp appears again, holding a carafe of wine. Do sit, Imp, and enjoy a glass of wine with your family. After all, they've not had a chance to see you in so long. And you know what? Let's have Aegis in. Aegis appears, naked and covered in candle wax. Sit, Aegis, please. Have yourself a nice meal.
Okay, can I tell if these are the real Imp and Aegis?
Make
But
me an
that
insight
I never
check.
lied.
Okay.
Do drink. This is a Beau-Pair Burgundy bottled the day the city fell, and afterwards we'll have coffee made from beans from the broken temple of Morian in Papagalosh. No finer pair of drinks yet remains in the material.
That's a 16.
16. Ashmani doesn't lie much.
Tattle looks and just nervously says, Imp?
Enfys, you are free to respond as him.
Tattle hears in her head telepathically.
Yeah, there's the question. Can you remember Imp's voice? It's been
I mean,
so
Imp's
long.
voice was pretty much my voice. It's putting this across concisely and in short spurts. Like, what? If he hasn't taken a cost from you yet, don't do it.
Yeah. One other thing. There's an 18 beat Imp's AC.
it
My God, we're back.
depends entirely on whether or not would I have mage armor up at this point.
No.
Then yes, it beats my AC, but only barely.
Okay, that's a slaps trace across the face then.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, what's your strength modifier?
0.
Okay, good to know.
And
Feisty.
I've never met this imp before, but is it true they're immortal?
Oh, very true. For now.
I suppose. I'm going to be honest. The thought did cross my head of pulling out my pistol and shooting them, but I don't think Tattle would appreciate that.
I would
Oh.
kill
Just
you
to see
when
what
you
would
stand,
happen.
Captain.
Be my guest.
Like I
I've
said,
taken to dunking
I
them in
wouldn't
magma
do it.
lately.
Hello,
Look,
everyone. It's actually rather pleasant once you get used to it.
The question is, what are the upper limits of the immortality? Are there any?
They're quite upper. Many uppers.
Because, honestly, if they can die from anything, it's not immortality. It seems like they didn't exactly get what they bargained for.
Oh no,
they
we
didn't
just
die.
keep coming back, you know.
Yeah, right
I
here.
suppose.
So,
Eh,
you've had time to tour the facility, and you asked about my grand plan.
we did.
As you've all signed the non-disclosure agreement, I'm happy to tell you that it's quite simple. Demons breed chaos. And in chaotic times, the scared common people, who do they turn to? They turn to law. They turn
Ghostbusters.
to me.
You are such a fucking corp.
Thank you. I try my best.
I mean, devils aren't the only ones that are good at supernatural law and order. I've heard the Fae are quite adept at it as well.
Oh, they can try. They can't really get it past their chaotic nature.
Most
And he sort of spits the word chaotic.
it's not often, and this is Amity. Not often we can catch you in a falsehood as easily as that. But I suppose that's just the arrogance of devils, isn't it? People turn to gods far more often than they turn to you.
And yet hell is full.
You've had a long time to build up your reserves.
So at the Angels, but
Personally, I think I'd be far more impressed if it was empty. What are you outside this place? A cautionary tale?
I'm the man who stands at the crossroads and gives you exactly what you want. Aren't I, Imp?
There's an innkeeper. Doesn't mean we venerate him.
Imp just leans back and folds their arms and just raises an eyebrow.
I don't need venerating. I need obedience. The kind of obedience that is only obtained through pure contract and law.
I mean, my crew obeys me pretty much. I didn't have to do any of that.
Well, just wait until you fall onto the wrong side of them once. I've ruled these hells for centuries. There are so many other puny little archdevils, and they'll try and rise up occasionally. And they'll be beaten back down again, and reminded of the law and the power of the law.
Sounds to me that your laws aren't anything unless you enforce them.
Quite.
Personally. So, it's not really a law then. It's just your say-so.
What I say so is law.
Until?
Let's not get quite so metaphysical, shall we? Please, it'll spoil dinner. He brings out a roast suckling pig. Do dig in. It's perfectly normal, I assure you.
Well, that depends. Will it damn us if we eat it?
Of course not. As I say, I'm not some fae. You enter into a contract and you do so willingly.
Not entirely sure I believe that.
That's why well, duress and duress are two very different things. But you'll know when you're entering into a contract with the devil. Unless you think I'm an old man with flowers again.
Now,
Actually, I do have to ask, what is the point of all of this? Why do you do this?
Well, it's a bit of fun, isn't it? Everyone's got to have a hobby. Everyone's got to have goals, lofty ambitions. And imagine how clean and quiet and peaceful life would be if everyone was under my rule. No petty kings, no monsters.
Doesn't really sound like the sort of fun that you're after, though, does it?
Sounds
No
perfect.
petty kings but you mean?
Oh, I'm no petty king.
Sorry to back you up for a moment. Old man with flowers? What's that about?
That's
Or was
how
it
he appeared
something
to
to
Imp and I when he tricked us the first time.
That seems oddly specific for a disguise.
It worked.
But why did it work? What's an old man with flowers going to do to trick people on first sight?
That doesn't matter. All that matters is it
Suppose.
worked. So I know why you're here. You're here for Imp, then. Presumably now Aegis. But I also don't know how you're here. I know you took a boat, but I don't know how you knew to come this way, in particular.
Well, when we got off the boat, we walked in.
Well, we
No,
picked random directions in the fog based on a puzzle, and then the DM told us we were going the right way.
There
What's
was a
the end?
large dragon that seemed to be quite a signifier of where to go.
Do none of
that-
you know? You all just had this notion suddenly that you had to sail north.
Amity leans on the table, chin on hands.
You all thought that was a jolly good lark and you'd give it a go. Hmm?
I mean, I got a new boat out of it. That was fun.
You don't understand the mere, the general joy of wanderlust?
It had been some time since I'd been out on the sea.
Sorry,
Seems
did you
like a
want
fun
to
trip.
say something, Amity?
She's just staring, like, really intently at him, and it's like, we're not gonna. I don't. Looks around everybody at the table and says, I don't think we're gonna find what we are wanted to find unless we play this game all the way through.
Can I have a deception
Yeah.
check, please, from Nigel and from Tattle?
Oh boy.
Okay.
Ooh.
Deception. And
This
runs
is
off
gonna be fun.
charisma. Oh,
Sure
dear.
has been a lot of lying going on.
I said I haven't been on the seas in a long time, which is true.
Hiding
Uh.
what your intent is still deception.
It's a lie by omission. Get it right.
Yeah.
What is my
That's
deception
9.
It's a kind of
modifier?
deception.
Yeah.
I only have +2 to
21.
charisma.
Okay. Gives a sort of faint smile.
Yeah. I don't think Tattle was really making any sort of attempt to lie. She was just clearly trying to tease him a bit.
Fair.
Everything she said was technically true. No, Amity takes a big sigh, grabs something finger foody, and says, "So, there's a pinprick of light, red, specifically red, somewhere very deep, and somebody needs help. I'd like to help them." Well, normally when people are screaming they need help, and that was a doozy of one.
You some sort of diviner or fortune teller?
Me? No. And why? The whys, wherefores, the origin is irrelevant. We're here, and we want to do it.
Before we give away any further information, Ashmedai, you do like your deals, so if you would like information from us, then you'd surely have to give up something in return.
Of course.
So if you would like the full details of why we're here and who sent us, perhaps you release Imp and I from our contracts.
Oh, very good, Aegis. You are a
Imp
quick
laughs at that one.
study. Very good. You know, someday I might promote you. I don't need the information anywhere near as much as I enjoy your company. But I tell you what, Tattle, wasn't it? You mentioned a competition. And he gestures off to the side of the room where you see a dragon chess board. I don't suppose you play.
Wow. I'm more of a cards kind of girl.
Cards it is, then. And he draws a deck from a pocket.
Oh no, it's a deck of many things.
my
just flexes by drawing.
my final Nordmark DM quest is I draw the deck of many things and draw every card for you. No, as much as I enjoy Aegis' company, I admit I've not had him around for long. I'm willing to wager him in a game of cards, but not dear Imp. Who would do my paperwork?
You mean a great king cannot do his own paperwork? Is that not the job of the king to administer?
No, it's the job of administrators. Are you new to this?
Seems to me a king doesn't do much then.
Sorry,
you're
and he
telling on
looks to the
yourself.
rest. He looks to the rest. Do you all have to explain basic government concepts to Tattle every time we're going out?
To be
Hmm.
fair, she doesn't really go along with governmental concepts in general.
Yeah, she's
Oh.
very
understand.
anarchist.
Oh, you do well in the abyss, then, I see. Very well. Well, a game. What do you ante?
What do I ante?
What do you propose? What are you putting up? I've put up Aegis.
I'm going to interject for a moment. Well, be careful what you ante, because it seems to me he's playing a bit of a double game. If we offer, something in our own control, like ourselves, that's one thing. But if we try to offer, say, someone else, that damns us either way.
This is true. But as much as I'd like to be able to look Frida in the eye again, you absolutely know Aegis isn't the reason I'm here.
You want to throw Imp in as well? You're gonna have to come up with some very, very, very high value stuff of your own.
Or how about this? I offer my services. I understand there's a certain Fae you do not get along with.
And you'd be my spy, would you?
By, yeah. Well,
Or
I could
assassin.
wander into. Possibly. I mean, I have a skill set, although assassin is not it. But wouldn't you just love it if I wandered into the carnival as I wandered into here, started causing trouble for them?
That would be wonderful. But I rather fear that they'd like that.
Damn it.
Instead, though, on the subject, there is someone else perhaps you can keep an eye on for me.
Oh, yes?
I think you've met her once or twice. Tends to style herself as the Queen of Nordmark.
Mysterious, likes ravens.
Talks in her
And
sleep,
cards?
yes.
Tattle raises an eyebrow.
Keep an eye on her. Report back to me occasionally. In exchange, Imp, Aegis, all on a game of dragon chess. Do you agree? And he extends a hand.
Wasn't this cards a second ago?
Sorry, cards. Yep, no, my bad. All on a game of cards.
Well, it was pick the game and then agree to it, but yes.
Yes, sorry, it was cards.
Well, Ashmedai, what do you cut on a table but don't eat?
Cards. Rather would have been a more powerful riddle if we
Wow.
weren't talking about them already.
No, an eggshell.
Don't cut an eggshell.
How do you dip your
No.
soldiers in it then? Oh, fine.
I dip my
I
soldiers in
appreciate you.
magma. Wait,
Are you implying that Aegis and Imp are soldiers?
They can be. As you grab his hand, the room goes black, and it is just you and him in a black void with a card table that's well lit, and he starts shuffling.
Do the rest of us still see them?
The rest of you have also vanished and gone to a separate place. Ooh.
Oh dear.
You
So
are
this would-
in the library.
Interesting.
Huge, expansive section of marble that is tinged still with the fiendish. There is a fiendish aspect, as if almost a chunk of the library is extended into hell. And in
So
here,
we're still
you're still in hell, but you're in a portion of hell that is encroaching upon the equivalent of the Underdark known as the library, which is a crisscrossing maze of marble and statues and minotaurs and that sort of thing, and books and books and books. Imp, you know this place well. This is where all the contracts are stored. And just as Imp arrives, you hear in your head a command from Ashmedai. Show them around. Let them see my treasures and know the doom that Tattle now faces.
Question.
Down. Sorry.
Where's what in mind? Is Tattle more than a mile away from me at this point?
Yes.
Okay, good to know. Damn it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gang. How long do you think Tattle can buy us?
That's a good question. Anyways, I cast locate object to find the contract we signed.
I mean, Imp knows where it is, but yeah, sure. Imp being the person who filed it.
I know.
If, like, as
Okay.
you start casting, Imp just sort of puts a hand on you and it's like, just follow me.
Nice to meet
And
you.
No. And then I carry on.
We have little time for introductions. Let's just get on with things.
Yeah, no, I follow along. I'm walking.
You head towards the location of the contracts you just signed, which is also where Imp and Aegis's contracts are. Imp tends to work in a filing room where Imp's contract is like gold plated and on the wall, and they have to stare at it all the time. So yeah, you head off for that. Meanwhile, we're going to go back to the little hell bubble where, there's a game of cards going on. Bree, can you please roll me a skill check? We're doing a personalized one-on-one skill challenge.
Oh no.
As you are now playing cards with the devil. You can use skill proficiencies, tool proficiencies. Just let me know what you're rolling, and you're going to have to beat Ashmedai.
Okay. Well, we'll start with what Tassle's good at. I'll try a perception check just to read the cards and try,
Okay.
just count cards in her head and all those sort of card gamey things. Me tell I don't know much about card games.
And you're doing a contested check.
Okay. I'll roll this on Albert.
Okay. I'm not. All right.
Okay, I'm going to assume there's nothing I can do to get advantage here.
Not in this situation. You have no situational advantages, but you have your skills.
Ashmedai, I heard, well, shame I'm no marksman. I hear you're a bit weak against crossbows. 17.
You rolled 26.
Ugh.
Oh.
I train some of the devils here in taunting the damned. Do you really think that something like that's going to work on me? And he plays the first hand. And let's go poker rules. It's going to be easier. To describe something, and he has 3 aces. And you have simply a pair. We're just going to do that like it's a per round. It is a skill check, and then that determines your hand. We're not going to do a full game of poker. We don't have time.
Fair enough.
We're going to jump back
That's fine.
to Team Imp and Nigel and everyone. You're in a room full of documents. Loads and loads of them. There's probably 1,000 documents in here. Imp knows exactly where every document in this room is, though. What are you looking for first?
Oh, that's a good question. Imp knows where the contract is, but you'd kind of think Ashmedai would expect us to pull something. But he's currently distracted with his game with Tattle. So
Would I know of contingent, like magical contingencies that are on the contracts to prevent them like being destroyed and what have you?
Yes. You cannot simply tear them up. They are pretty hard to destroy.
Yeah,
You
I
can make
explained
me a
that
history
as
check to try and work out a way that might work.
you can have guidance. Let's fuck it.
am I making it or somebody else? Like,
You would be. You're the only one with the knowledge here.
aha. Okay, 1 sec.
Oh, he has the knowledge. He's a cabbie.
Hey.
They, sorry.
Hey. Don't forget that D4.
Where's my D4? Right, I use that one. Okay, I have 17 plus 4, 21. Wait, 21?
Okay.
No, I lied to you. 24.
Well, that's even better.
That
is enough. The
modifiers,
DC
my
was 20.
apologies.
So, in order to destroy one, powerful amounts of radiant damage.
Yeah, like, look, from the hells, everything down here is infernal.
Or
If
it can
you
be
wanna-
submerged in magma. Specifically hell. Hell's magma.
The only things that are taking these that are dealing with magic this strong, reinforced by the big man, you need things on the level of the gods. A lot of radiant or hellfire. A lot of consistent hellfire.
Well, there's plenty of that around here.
Actually, the funny
Get
thing
it
is,
into
there
this
is
library.
not much around. There's
I-
none in the library.
I just give Aegis a long withering look of, really?
Aegis has been repeatedly dunked in magma since arriving. To be fair, his experience has been very magma forward compared to most other people. There isn't actually that much magma in hell. There's a fair chunk, sure, probably more than the material plane. A lot of rivers of blood instead, though. There's a lot of that going on. You did see some in the room that had those mist machines, though.
All right. Given that Tattle just basically signed a deal with Ashmedai, is there a Tattle contract in here too?
Not yet. That one, Imp would be able to say, would materialize at the end of the game.
Yeah, because it's not finalized
Alright.
until the game. The conditions are set upon the result of the game.
Nick,
Speaking
are
of which,
there
we're going to
any
go
of
back
those-
to the game. Oh, sorry. No, one more question. Go for it.
Are there any of those hell shrooms in here?
Do you mean the candle fungus?
Yes.
It's just candles. Yeah, there's candles.
They're technically hellfire.
I wonder if we gathered enough of those, it would amount to enough to create some magma or hellfire or whatever we need.
This is great. On this note, we're going to go back to Tattle. Tattle, how are you feeling about the state of your soul as you're trying to buy time for the rest of the team? I just have this
She's
feeling that
feeling
Aegis has come up with some really stupid shit.
I love it.
How many candles for hellfire?
It needs how many candles equals magma?
I love that old man, but he is absolutely fucked.
So, Tattle, I win the first round. Shall we see how the second goes?
You know, it's interesting. Card game, we both agree to the rules, we play our hands. Theoretically, it's just chance, isn't it?
Is it?
And there's the thing. You call yourself lawful, but who made the law?
A lot of the humans like to think it's somebody called the Quarreling Lovers who embody order and chaos. And then they spread that to the Kenku, the Tiefling, the Owling, the Half-Orc, the Orc, the Half-Elf, the Elf, the Dwarf. Spread like wildfire, but have you ever seen them?
I
Really,
dunno.
the only one you normally see is Fontaine, and... Are you sure that's not just natural?
Well, here's the thing. Maybe it's the gods, maybe it's just natural. Sounds like either way it's above you.
What if law has just always been there?
Well, that can't be the case because otherwise every law would be the same. It's remarkably inconsistent sometimes.
So's fire,
Over the threshold.
but that's always been there.
But you know, step over the threshold of one kingdom, and an innocent man can become a crook. One step backwards, innocent again.
Ah, well. It's the human application of law, isn't it? I have no such weaknesses. You
So
see
wait.
it now, don't you? How it would be a
Do you-
utopia of sorts, a world under my yoke.
I don't know about that. I mean, by that definition, you know the perfect version of every law. So why aren't you out there enforcing it? If it's the perfect, if there's one true law, why isn't it being spread around everywhere? Everyone would have to obey it.
You've hit a very, very important point. Law is immutable, but its interpretation is not. A lot of us, and I'm including myself here, grasp at law, at the truth of law. But how many mages know where magic comes from, really? Speak of some weave. That's not true either. Speak of gods giving them power. That's not true either. It's the same with law. It's there. We can feel it sometimes if we really strive for it and grasp for it. It's there. Just beyond our fingertips. So we know it's there. But as to how it works, my guess is almost as bad as everyone else's. Almost.
So you're saying someone could very easily interpret the law much better than you?
I wouldn't say easily.
Sounds to me then you're no different to a warlord. You just have a different weapon. You can be deposed any day. If someone strong enough comes along.
And I would like to see them try. Now,
Okay.
play your cards. What skill? Also, have
Okay.
inspiration. That was great.
Excellent. Could
Nice.
I argue, because Tattle's been waxing philosophical on the sort of way things are, could I argue nature?
Yes. Yes, I think you can. I think that sounds good. Is
Okay.
nature intelligence or wisdom? It's
It's intelligence.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm just double checking. I will roll the same.
Okay. They roll when the sun comes up with their lives on the line. 26.
Ooh.
14.
Nice.
Hee.
You play a straight and Ashmedai has merely a 2-pair. Ah, now you're getting the hang of it. Very good.
What can I say? One thing about me has to be straight.
Hey.
Haha.
We cut back to Team Book Chaos. What's going on?
All right.
Imp is explaining some of the finer details of how Ashmedai works. Like, look, this fella, he's not quite omnipotent. He's not everywhere at once. He's a strong. Think of how the gods are, in their way, immutable forces of nature. They embody the force that they're associated with. Ashmedai is like that for the Hells and everything the Hells represent. But he's also literally a devil. You know, he has the corporeal form, and he is immutably the entirety of this place. But because he is locked within the corporeal, he's not necessarily aware of everything all at once. Don't try to hide something from him if he's looking at you, but if he's looking somewhere else, that's your opportunity to do something. So if you all fancy trying to do something about the situation you're in now, plus whatever that other goal that Aegis and Amity were referring to, make a plan and act on it fast, because the moment that game is done, game over.
I suppose. Where's the nearest source of lava? I can produce a fair amount of radiant myself, but I don't think it'll be enough to overcome whatever protections the Lord of Hell has.
Okay, now it's a pleasure to meet you. You're talking sense. Do I know that information, Nick?
You are in a section that's sort of quasi-infinite with space folding in and on itself. That is a very difficult question to answer. The nearest source of lava to you right now is infinity away. However, once brought back to the dining room or to the little pocket of hell that you were in earlier, the nearest source of lava is that boiler room.
So I assume we are told this. Go ahead.
Would molten metal work?
No.
No?
Molten metal isn't hot enough. It's not. It doesn't have that infernal tin.
Molten infernal iron. It's health?
Don't know. Off the top of my head, would Imp know that?
That one's tricky. Give me Arcana.
You can have guidance again.
I'll take guidance. 24.
24. Molten infernal metal might work, but you might need a lot of it.
Oh,
Aegis walks around the corner of one of the stacks, and it's just completely covered in candles. And looks to Imp and says, "Imp, do you think you would be able to get those contracts and hide them on your person?
No.
So that when we return, we could maybe slip them in."
Aegis, you're not understanding the situation you're in.
Well, you said if
finding our way out of this as people who are suffering the end result of one of these contracts, I do not want to. I don't want to be compelled to give everything up. I'm not taking chances unless I am absolutely certain that I'm going to win. Any plan that I conceive of in that way is going to be centuries in the making. I'll do it eventually, don't get me wrong, but I'm a long way from it. Now, if other people were to do something and I was to turn a blind eye, I can't give up what I don't know.
What if I were to cast a 6th level fireball?
No.
Because I can do that.
I think that's still not infernal.
No.
That would just
Seems kind of the plan is it needs to be.
The merest of arcane magics are not enough. You need to think bigger, better.
But
Ah,
if one of
Well-
us, if one of you others that haven't been already drawn into Ashmedai's infernal realm in the same way as Imp and I, maybe one of you could secrete away the contracts, get them into that furnace once we get back.
Sure, I'll put them in my mechanical arm in the hopes that it's not part of me, so maybe he can't detect it on me.
Well, if we were too
Thorek.
close enough of a distraction, maybe that would be enough. What do you think, Imp?
Imp, you can roll
Let's
insight
not-
if you want.
Thorek, don't you have a
Might as well.
bag of?
Oh, that one's a
You
natural
have a bag
20.
of holding.
Hooray! I needed it because my insight's not good. 22 total.
Thorek's plan is really fucking good.
I think it's our best shot, if I was to guess. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's a plan. Would a
I'd
Bag of-
rather wish I hadn't been told. Now I can give it up.
How many candles do you think I need to make a good distraction?
I'm gonna take Thorek by the shoulder. Actually, no. I'm going to take Imp and Aegis and say, lads, follow me for a moment, and I will just push them off
course.
somewhere else.
I can answer any questions you have about this place. I hate it very much.
Okay. And with them safely out of range of Thorek, whatever they're doing, I'm going to say, so they say they have coffee from a Morian temple? Ashmedai does, anyways.
So he says. I have no reason to doubt.
I suppose. I mean, I've got to be honest, that is an interesting idea. I'm all about... we've only just met. I'm a cleric of Morian, so, Morian coffee is somewhat appealing.
Nigel, you should know that the coffee down here keeps you awake forever.
I'm not hearing a downside. As long as it's not fatal exhaustion. Not having to sleep again would give me a lot more time.
And it doesn't affect us people who have already died.
I mean, there's no such thing as fatal exhaustion when you're literally immortal. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
fair. That's fair. But yeah, I'm obviously just trying to buy Thorek time to do whatever they need to do.
Yep. Okay. Thorek, you are left basically unobserved with all the contracts in this room. Imp presumably has
And
already
Amity.
pointed out. Oh, and Amity. That's a good point. Imp has presumably pointed out the ones you've all signed. You can also see plated on the wall are Imp's and Aegis's contracts. They're right there. What would you like to do?
Do I think the arm or the bag of holding is a better plan?
The arm.
Okay. Well, I will attempt to fold these contracts up as much as possible. Probably not more than 7 times, because that's difficult.
Yeah.
Distance to the fucking sun.
Hey, this is non-Euclidean here, so...
And just sort of stuff them in the secret compartment of my arm that I keep things in.
Yeah. So the reason Imp might have mentioned the reason this is a very smart plan is because the Hells, particularly the areas of the Hells under Ashmedai's control, operate on very much the letter and technicalities of the law. And in a very strict technicality, if they were in a bag of holding, they're in your possession. They're just attached to your arm, next to you, not really, is just enough to squeak by a detection spell.
Oh yeah.
Which is why I was like, make an insight check, because actually that's exactly what you need to be doing. Okay, yeah, you squirrel them away, and speaking of which, we'll go to Tattle.
Ashmedai, I don't think you quite understand one thing about the law.
Go on.
Every humanoid has in common when they're born.
I swear if you're about to talk about the asshole thing.
No. They ask for they cry. They ask for help.
Of course. And I will
One
be
thing-
there to offer it.
Well, there's the thing. Yeah, nature, every creature has its survival strategy. Humanoids, we talk, we communicate. You think of the law as a force, something that's just there. I just think it's a tool. Not my tool, maybe, but it's a tool.
It is a cudgel.
And someone else's cudgel.
Mine.
I don't recall you inventing it because... Did you create every humanoid? No.
Adventurers so often walk around with swords they didn't smith themselves. I simply do the same.
Well, what happens when the owner comes back for it? I mean... That's all well and good, but... If I were to run into a master swordsman, I don't think I'd challenge them to a sword fight. You consider
Why?
the
They've
possibility
spent all
that
their
you're
time
gonna
making swords, not wielding them.
I said a master swordsman, not a...
My bad. That's Nick has slept for 30 minutes. Mistake, not an
I think that's a
Ashmedai
free win, Nick.
mistake. No.
He's so distracted by his goof up. He drops all of his cards.
I am the master swordsman in this scenario, and I am wielding a sword I did not smith myself. Just like a master swordsman you might meet on a road who eviscerates you, I will do the same.
But what if I challenge an artificer who made the sword I wield? Would I feel so confident? Maybe they know something I don't. It's something intuitive, maybe, that they couldn't even explain if they wanted to.
Then you are either weak or lacking in confidence. Either way, it's a
dunno.
flaw.
I mean, understanding I might lose, that's a virtue, isn't it?
Ha!
I mean, the opposite's
Don't
arrogance.
talk to me of virtues. He's going to choose the skill this time.
Quick, talk to him of virtues.
Oh no.
Insight.
Okay, insight.
I'm sure Ashmedai's terrible at that.
Yeah.
You have to beat a 46.
Oh wow! Bus.
You really had to say that.
I rolled pretty high. Not a nat 20, but pretty high.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I physically can't beat 46, but
Really?
I'm gonna roll
Oh.
anyway. Yeah. I only have +5 to insight.
And even if you'd rolled a nat 1, Nick.
2 for me, it seems. And
22 though, that's not bad.
Thorek, while you're stashing these contracts, a new one appears on the wall. And you can see Tattle's name on there.
Oh dear.
Is it just the name on there, or is it like...
It's the full contract that Tattle is now required to spy on and, if called for, assassinate the Queen of Nordmark.
Oh, so it's a best of 3 situation?
Amity grabs that contract and just adds it to the others,
Yeah, fair.
and then leans into Thorek and says, "We tell no one."
And that's the time probably when Imp and Aegis and Nigel come back. And you feel a gut-wrenching pull as you are ripped through reality back to the dining room. And Tattle is sat there, and so is Ashmedai. And Ashmedai is smiling and going, well, we had a fun bit of sport. Who would care for some coffee.
You know, Ashmedai, you know what the first thing my parents taught me was?
Not again.
Rules are made to be broken.
Oh,
Hmm.
that's so childish.
Speaking of childish, Nigel's trying to do a bit of a distraction, so he's just using thaumaturgy to change the color on the flames on the candles on Aegis.
So, Nigel, how long do you think it would take to light all these candles
Let's
with
go, Dad.
radiant flames?
Oh, I don't know, honestly. I mean,
I
Sacred
take
Flame.
it, Aegis, you had fun.
I've been collecting.
You're covered in candles.
Yes, do you like the new look?
Which are now dancing in blacks, whites, reds, greens, and blues. And they just keep fucking with the candle color.
Look, if I put them all together, they make a big flame.
None too bright, that one, but definitely entertaining.
He casts Flame
I mean-
Strike on you and melts all the candles.
Well, that's hardly sporting, is it?
I clean them up for you. You should be thanking me, if anything.
Well, no, it's just made a mess on the floor now, Ashy.
Also, it hurt a lot.
I'm kind of used to it by now, to be honest.
You've been here for like 4 hours.
I assume time doesn't work quite the same down here.
I mean, it feels like it's been going on forever, but yeah, you've realistically been down here for like 4 hours. You just took 5d6 fire damage and 5d6 radiant damage.
Honestly, I'm probably still alive.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're immortal.
Roll it.
But realistically,
Okay.
it hurt, is what I'm trying to say.
I've got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Would my old forge, when I spent my time here in hell, have been heated with this magma?
Yes, probably.
And we are in hell currently, yes?
Yeah, sort of a pocket plane of it, like a little bit like a pocket dimension or a pocket area, you know.
So I would have known that Thorek had spent time in hell. Sure, they would have shared that.
That's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah. So, Raven, do you have a plan here?
I do, yeah.
Okay, go for it.
I will approach Ashmedai.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as long as we're here doing all this, do you mind taking me to my old forge? I left my favourite pair of boots there.
Roll me deception.
I think
Seriously,
guidance would
that's
make it
Eve.
more suspicious.
Yeah, you're not getting away with guidance there.
No. Not trying.
Can I offer advantage by continuing to taunt Ashmedai with annoying childhood anecdotes?
And if Aegis is on fire, I'm still
I-
using thaumaturgy.
I would like to
No.
try some seeing Thorek engage in a conversation with Ashmedai. He was going to get a little bit ballsy and try to cast Hex. However, the verbal and somatic components are things I don't need anymore. As per
Ooh.
Oh.
psychic spells, I think they're called. Yes. When I cast a warlock spell that deals damage, and Hex does have damage attached to it, I can change it to psychic damage. When I cast enchantment or illusion warlock spells, I can forego verbal or somatic components. So, with no sign of it actually happening, I would like to give Ashmedai disadvantage on wisdom.
That's cool. That's
Nice.
really cool. All right.
Heck yeah.
And,
That works. Yeah, that just works. I mean, apart
And,
from the fact that he's got an anti-magic aura, but other than that, it just works.
Damn it!
It just works.
Wait, would it have known that?
Yeah, you can have the spell slot back. it's fine.
Okay, thank you.
And I've got is Aegis currently on fire from the flame strike?
No. It's kind of like
Aw.
a fireball or firebolt sort of thing. It's a woomph, and that's it.
Aw.
Okay, he is a little bit on fire. His beard is like it's got embers in it, and it's smoking slightly.
I'm using
Question.
thaumaturgy to make it light, like full on light back up,
Fantastic.
and just change color again.
Could I just clarify that anti-magic aura? Is that in the sense of like the anti-magic area spell, whereby spells can't be cast within it, or
Spells
they
of level
don't have
4 or
any
lower
effect?
can't damage. Oh, only can't damage, so it does still affect. I mean, roll with disadvantage.
Nice.
yes? Okay, I'll mark off that spell slot.
Nice.
Yeah. That's cool. Okay. That's amazing, being able to hex literally the devil. I like that. Really nice. Okay. I haven't rolled great. Okay. Thorek, what was your deception?
I got a 15.
Ooh.
Not great.
I'm afraid I had a 19, which for him is very low.
Wait.
Did you remember you had advantage, Thorek?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know I had
Okay.
advantage. That is the same number.
Oh,
Yep.
that's unfortunate.
You have no inspiration.
I do have.
But what if I Yeah.
Yep, you can
Go for
reroll
it.
one of the dice.
reroll? We need this.
Come on,
That
come
sounds
on,
like
dice. Be
Can I be ballsy and try for guidance, anyways? No, that would make it worse. I think.
Ashmedai is not going to let you do a guidance.
No, he's
Yeah.
not.
It'd be kind of a giveaway if you were literally.
Natural 20.
Woo!
Whoa.
So that's
Okay.
a 22.
22 beats 19. You had to pile a lot of effects on to beat the devil, but beat the devil you have. And so Ashmedai looks at you and goes, bit of nostalgia, eh? Alright then. You can have that one for free. And he looks directly at Tattle. See, I can play nice.
I've never seen Infernal Forge before. Can I tag along?
Let's all go.
I'll just clean up this mess in here, and I'll be right along.
And he opens up a portal, and we are back at Thorek's Infernal Forge. And there is magma here. Let's go.
Never thought I'd be back here, but it's a good time to get those. When else am I going to be able to get those back?
I suppose. And I'll point off in the distance, say, "Oh wait, no, we don't know if the those infernal motorcycles are canon to Aetos." So I was gonna do a joke, but they're a thing, but maybe not here.
Not at the moment, but maybe in the future.
Maybe.
So, feeling a great sense of nostalgia, are we, Thorek? You can always have your old place back.
I think I'm good where I am.
Well, if you change your mind, you know how to reach me. Or I'll find you. Go.
Can I?
See what you want. I'm not impatient. Besides, Tattle has been quite good conversation, haven't you, Tattle?
Well, you know. Oh yeah, did I mention? My dad once told me if you ever did get into a fight with swordsmen, the best way to win is to just shoot them. I mean,
Tattle,
your
who
rules
told
cannot-
you?
don't have-
Who told all of you to come here?
Oh, that's the thing, isn't it? So Nick,
You wouldn't want to breach
it's
your
possible
contract
that
so early, would you?
Yeah. Well, I can honestly say that no one told us to come.
And yet you had the idea anyway. Did you have the idea on your own, or was there an external influence in your opinion?
Oh, that's a bit complicated. How are ideas formed?
Answer the question, Tattle. We're not here to discuss metaphysics again.
Well, you see, it's a bit of a long story. So I believe the earliest reported instance occurred roughly 7 months prior. Let me just remember. Yeah, who was the first one who brought it up?
To the point, please, Tattle.
I thought you said he wasn't impatient.
Yeah.
Oh, he's being very patient.
Okay, yeah. Don't
Oh,
worry. I respect your incredible patience, boss.
Speaking of, I'm just trying to buy more time here by interrupting. Speaking of point, you're probably well aware that some in the circles of Morian are a bit more torture-y than others, yes?
Go on.
I gotta say, I'm fairly impressed with what I've seen here. Just being honest.
If you want to stay, you're welcome.
Oh, no, I have no desire to stay, but you have turned torture into an art form.
Oh, we have. I think Aegis will get really good at it given enough time. Doesn't seem to have taken to it too well so far.
And I'll just point out some probably nearby tortured hanging body or something.
Yeah.
That right there, that is beautiful.
Yeah, there's someone in an iron cage suspended over some magma, slowly roasting away. Oh yes, every day they're reconstituted completely. Roasted again.
If only I could pull that off myself. Well, I don't need to half the time, of course, but it's nice to have ideas, you know?
Sit, maybe we can do a deal. What if I gave you that power?
I'm not a fan of any deal that would rob me of my soul and my place with Maureen in the afterlife.
Don't necessarily have to lose your soul. There's so many other things you could use.
I know, but you're missing the other half. My place with Maureen in the afterlife. As a devoted cleric, I'd be foolish to give that up.
Well, of course, but you don't have to. What if you sit here and tell me all about what prompted you to come down here in the first place, and I give you a hint of my power?
It would seem that you very much want this.
Yes, it does seem you are
Tattle was
oddly
about to
driven on
tell
this.
me anyway. I really don't mind. I just love seeing people start to fall.
Now see, I don't torture for torture's sake, but when I have to, it's nice to know effective methods. There's always a reason behind it.
Of course.
I'm not in it simply for torturing people.
Of course, that's how it starts for everyone. Don't worry, you'll catch up.
Nick, was Aegis able to stay behind in the other room?
You know what? Yeah, you're covered in candles, and I think Ashmedai just does not consider you a serious threat in any situation at this moment.
While all this is going on, would I be able to try and either stuff up the vents or smash up the ventilation on those furnaces?
Okay.
And grab me some of that coffee because I've probably mentioned it.
I have a lot of candles.
You can make your way there. I had planned that as your combat for today, but I think you are doing this. I think we might be succeeding this one entirely combat free at the way it's currently going. Yeah, you make your way there, and of course, everyone in hell knows you by now. You've been tortured in front of so many of them that they just assume you're doing, busy work for the boss.
Every time I see anyone, I do the magma scream, and they're like, yeah, there's Aegis.
Oh, it's Aegis! I know the scream. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay.
He's going along. He's like, look, I'm still on fire.
You head down there. That's going to take some time, so we're going to cut back to specifically to Thorek and presumably Amity and Imp. So you're a little bit further away now from Ashmedai. There's the furnace. It is being used. There are demons. Oh, sorry, devils, not demons. There are no demons here. There are devils using the forge. It looks like when you left, Ashmedai took it over under his own management. But there is magma available. You just have to manage the task unseen, essentially.
What if I don't do it unseen?
Just do it right in front of Asmodeus. Do you want me to read off his AC and hit points?
No, I saw it, but
Okay.
I had a plan, right?
All right, no, yeah, if
So-
you've got a plan, go for it.
What if I just drop my entire arm into the magma? I mean,
Ooh, that's good. Yeah, that'd work. They'd never suspect it.
it'd be weird, but there'd be no reason to suspect anything.
Yeah.
What if?
I mean, Thorek.
What if? I mean, it would be weird, but we could make it less weird, right?
I was going to say
What-
Thorek's probably tested the work craftsmanship of arms made in hell by doing just that.
I feel like I'm gonna forge myself a new arm down here in hell.
Sorry, Enfys, go ahead.
You said the alternative idea I had was that how we put on a little show specifically for these demons to have a little bit of a bigger, maybe an unarmed strike, and then just yank the arm, which comes off really easily for some reason, and then it just thrown into the magma.
Seems
I
a bit
mean-
too elaborate. It seems
Yeah,
like
it
there's a
does.
lot that can go wrong there.
Yeah, the more moving parts in a machine, the more likely something
I mean,
is to fail.
it's essentially
Now-
one moving part. It's a deception check on the devils around us.
Now, as for distraction, there is the shooting imp thought. Like, I mean, I know it's not going to hurt you in the long run.
I mean, if you destroy the contracts and then shoot him.
Depends on the timing, yeah. You
Yeah.
could just kill him
I am
permanently.
a grave cleric, thank you. Keeping people alive is my thing. Yeah, so to provide a distraction, I suppose... I don't know. What you doing, Thorek?
I'm just gonna walk around, taking a look around the place, see if anything's changed, nostalgia-wise.
It's
And then-
mostly the same, yeah. It's mostly like the general layout is the same. It's just the people that have come in, the imps and all that have come in and taken it over, clearly are not treating the tools that were left behind, the very few that you couldn't take with you, with respect, which awful.
Yeah. So I think I will just approach the forge and sort of rest, put like my palm of the metal hand over where the magma is, sort of tapping the forge, maybe in a sign of like remembrance, or maybe even just testing to see if it's still stable. And then I think I'll just drop the arm. I'll just rip the straps that are holding it on and just drop it in the magma.
Okay. You do that, it drops in, and you see the contracts burn. And there's a small flash of white light, not large enough to be seen by many, but you're able to see it, and so is a nearby imp. Who, to be clear,
Well, of
imp
course,
as in
are
the
you-
monster, who flies over and goes, "Yeah, what was that?
Flash powder.
Flash powder? What are you doing bringing flash powder down here?"
I use it. I keep it in my arm. Well, I guess I did.
Well, you ain't getting that arm back. That ain't coming back. I mean, that magma will melt anything. Anything, I tell you. It'll melt you and me. I tell you, I was gonna use it. I was gonna get it up in the vat because there was this boy, this really annoying, like, Italian guy up in
Holy shit, Italy
up in the
exists in
city. Up in the city called Cracky, right? Summoned me in the middle of some hell explosion thing or something like that. Wanted to make a deal. I tell you though, I wasn't about to do it. He was poor as shit. Poor as shit. I kept telling him and he was getting all like annoyed. He was like, I'm a wizard. Poor as shit.
Are any other devils watching this exchange?
No, they've heard a lot of this imp mouthing off.
Awesome.
That's kind of what imps
I'd
do,
like-
to be honest.
Amity would like to grab this imp and shove it into the lava.
Okay, you grab the imp, you shove it in. Hey, what you doing, boss? And it melts 10d10 fire damage. He's like, hot enough to even to melt me. You see, I told you.
Oh no, I'd hold it there. I've got resistance to fire damage, and Amity has a fair amount of health.
It hurts. It hurts so much. I mean, I'm immune to fire damage, but it hurts.
just get the idea is like head down first, so just to shut him up.
This tastes disgusting. Yeah, immune to fire damage, but not drowning. So you're killing him.
The imp drowns.
It takes about 10 minutes, but you do it.
Do I take any damage
It's
from
got
that?
Guy Brush Threepwood's lungs. I don't know why it took 10 minutes. You know what? I'll give you that. I'll give you that without taking damage. You're fine.
Hooray! Amity just sort of fans themselves as they step away from the like. That guy was annoying me.
All the other imps just see this as fine, to be quite honest. Like,
Yeah.
hey, well, you're right, boss. You're right.
Hate that guy, right?
The worst. Just kept talking about that little kid.
Oh, no. I mean, if he was a real devil, he would have got the kid to lead him to somebody worthy of a contract. Nah.
Well, I mean, apparently the kid was trying to get him to make a deal with a dead body. That's just weird, isn't it?
Was it dead? What?
I know, right?
So either he's a chump or he's a liar. Like
Real stupid kid, or real stupid imp. I don't know.
Anyway.
Anyway, I've severely roasted my A5e character now.
Yeah, it did take me a while to cotton on to that being in Ultra, right?
I'm doing my best to copy Pixel's voice to the imp that got summoned. We cut back to so Thorek, you have successfully obliterated all of the contracts. Imp, you immediately feel a lightness in your soul. Aegis, so do you. Aegis, you're now painfully aware that you are heading into a very dangerous situation, covered in burning candles.
And also, you can die.
You can
candles are
now
protecting
die. First of all,
Wait, also,
You
does
take-
Aegis has none of his equipment, right?
yeah, you take free fire
Candles?
damage.
No, he doesn't, because the candles were burned off.
Oh, that's true. The candles were
Yeah,
burnt
you
off.
flame striked him.
However, this area is full of candles. And you're so
So as
hairy,
long as-
Aegis.
I tried.
To be honest, before I would have got to the point of being released from the contract, I would have been collecting the candles as well to
You rolled through them
potentially
like
shove into
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Just
Um,
spin
Nick,
dash
before we do
your way
this,
through
could we
the
have a quick
candles.
break?
Yeah, I was about to say we're about to have a break. I just wanted to instill in you the appropriate fear that you're going into what was meant to be a combat encounter for all of you. Presumably not attempting to combat it, but you are now mortal. We are going
All right.
to cut to Aegis. And because I made the fucking map, I'll show you where you are. With all that delicious candle fungus. Right.
Oh wow,
I wonder what it tastes like.
that's a lot of green squares.
The
It
squares are the aura of death that surround the Nuperibos, which I don't think that's how that's pronounced. Nuperibos, maybe? Nuperibos, which are these, like, they look like Brexit voters.
The Karibos.
They're
Got it.
massive pink pendulous sort of creatures with sewn up eyes and mouths that have like swarms of insects around them. That's the radius of their insect swarm. If you're in any of these, you will get hurt. Yeah, there were like spine devils. I was ready to go. Anyway, none of that's happening because
I mean, it
it's
might
just
yeah.
Aegis.
Could we say Aegis had a bit of time before the contract wore off? Because they were already here.
Yeah, and they used that to get here.
Okay.
Welcome in, Aegis. So
I have
any
no
red
equipment.
square is dangerous.
Okay, red square's dangerous. Green
Obviously,
squares
the
are-
lava
okay.
is dangerous as well. The green squares won't hurt you unless you're in combat. We can probably ignore those.
Okay.
Okay.
Does
Well,
Aegis
question,
have their
Nick.
stuff?
Aegis has nothing. Apart from candles. Many, many candles.
You do not.
So many candles.
Question. Oh, can I ask a question, Nick?
Mhm.
Is the lava using actual physics, or is it just using normal fantasy physics?
Yeah. Elaborate.
Okay, so is he just going to get burnt if he touches the lava, or if he just gets near it?
Touches, just to make my life easier.
Okay. Just wondering, because
Convection,
otherwise that bridge is
convection.
not going to be safe.
No.
Hey, does that mean water walk prevents lava damage?
No, you're still touching it.
Fair.
Aegis, yeah, you walk in and you can see these large boilers. You can see a cauldron here, a cauldron here, and a cauldron here. And elemental chaos, raw elemental chaos, is being bubbled off in these cauldrons and giving off steam or mist. What do you want to do?
Are these things on the right-hand side here the vents?
They are the boilers that are creating that. The vents are the cauldron sort of sized things.
Oh, okay.
Where are they getting the water for the boilers?
Okay.
Oh, they're not boiling water. They're boiling
Yeah.
elemental chaos.
Okay. So you said the red squares are dangerous, and all the candle fungus are in red squares. So
Oh yeah, they're very
Candles are
dangerous. You don't
dangerous.
want to be standing in those. They're made of fire.
they are.
Okay. Would I have to destroy or like damage all three of these furnaces to like have a detrimental impact on this whole operation?
Make me an intelligence check.
Ah, shit. This ain't gonna be good.
Zero.
Probably don't even need to be here. What's an int score of 0 plan right now? You know what you
Yeah,
should
that-
do? You should run at each of those cauldrons real hard and just run it and push it over. Just run at it and push it over.
Okay.
Oh, hell.
Fun fact: tipped over cauldrons can be put back upright.
Give me a strength check, please, as you run to the nearest cauldron.
The raw strength,
Yep.
not athletics.
Raw strength. No, athletics sounds good as well. Yeah, athletics is good.
Okay.
Because you're almost wrestling with it.
Okay. Oh, that's not bad.
You bend one of them. So you bend this one, and it stops spewing mist. While you're here, though, can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Okay.
You're basically in the mist we were fighting on the ship.
Concentrated
I'm
mist.
going to re-roll that with inspiration.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. All right. I'm going to second wind it, which adds a D10 in the new rules.
I don't think that's gonna
Ooh.
succeed. Good
I
luck.
mean, it might. You don't know.
It was 8 total. Okay, that's an 11 total then.
11 total
Oh
passes.
wow.
Passes.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh wow, nice.
Wait,
You
glad I
don't
did
gain
that.
a point of affliction.
Cool.
However, the Naparabo, the Naparabo and Barb Devil that are right here look at you. The Naparabo goes. They can't move their mouse because it's literally sewn shut. And the Barb Devil turns to you and goes, "What you doing, Chief?"
Oh my god, I am so sorry. That was a complete accident. I was meant to be helping out, and I've just done a terrible trip. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Deception, please.
At least this is a positive modifier.
Aegis is
Is it deception?
Lone
Because, I mean, you're
deception.
helping out us. You're helping out us, and you have trip.
Does Aegis
The dice have
actually
abandoned me.
know what he's up to right now?
In score of 0? Ah.
Okay. So
Where
you
do
got
you
a
think
2.
you are right now, Aegis?
Yeah,
I've been here for ages.
That's not gonna fly. You're the guy that gets dunked in the lava all the time, huh? Hey!
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Let's dunk this one in lava, huh? Huh?
Aegis is gonna die.
Look, I'll be honest. I was just upset with getting dunked in the lava so much. I lashed out.
Yeah, we'll
It won't
do
happen
it. We'll do it. Come here, and he goes to grapple you.
All right.
Run, Aegis, run.
All right, that's a
Run,
saving
Aegis,
throw now.
run.
It is a strength saving throw.
Okay.
You need to beat a 13.
Okay. 5 or above. Oi!
26.
You're too slippery from all the wax you're covered in.
You grab the barb devil's arm and snap it in half. Like, right behind the back. You have grappled the barb devil. Well, it's up to you what you do.
I want to shove it into this furnace.
You shove it into the furnace, and it starts inhaling deeply all this mist and starts demonically mutating.
Oh, lovely.
You get a feeling you should probably finish up quick
Get
in
the
this
fuck
room.
out of there.
While wedged into this furnace, though, this boiler explodes. Boom! Dispersing mist all around. There are 2 more cauldrons.
Okay.
One has exploded, and like, all the demons are looking around. The Neperabos are kind of like, only some of them are noticed,
are they
by the way.
going towards it, away from it? What are they doing?
You notice only the Neperabos. Only this Neperabo is noticed.
Okay.
Actually, no shit. That
You don't
one
seem to
died
be
in
the
the
smartest
explosion.
of creatures.
That one died in the explosion. The other Neperabos has died in the explosion. This Neperabo has not noticed.
Wait, which one?
The one that's closest to it now.
Okay.
None of the Nuparibos. None of the Nuparibos have noticed.
Okay.
Spined
None of the
devils
Nuparibos.
have, and they're looking at it. But none of the Nuparibos.
Okay,
Nice.
so this thing are the only things that have reacted to this.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. One other thing. Spine Devil's been promoted to Barb Devil.
Oh, that was quick.
Its body twists and warps, and it is now a Barb Devil. A little bit like that bit in The Matrix where normal people become Agent Smith.
Okay, so given how difficult it was for me to bend and destroy this furnace, do I think that I could throw something hard enough at this one to damage that too?
What do you want to throw?
Like, there's lots of rocks around, right? Are these
You've
rocks?
got parts of a barb devil
There are
now.
rocks. You got parts of a Barb Devil. There's rocks.
You have a
there's-
lightning javelin.
There's
Wait,
so
no,
many
you don't. Shit.
Nuparibos
Yeah, yeah.
around, I guess. What do you want to throw?
Whatever the hardest and heaviest thing is that I think I could throw and do a lot of damage.
There's a Nuparibo right here.
Okay. I will try to grab that Nuparibo,
Oh, boy.
run up to... well, actually, no. I think I'll try and get within... What was the radius of the explosion that I just caused? It was like 20 feet, something like that?
Yeah. Bit like a
Okay.
fireball or something like that.
Okay. What is my throwing range? What is throwing range normally?
It's 30, I think.
60?
20,
Unless
60
you're throwing
sounds
60.
right.
What's your grapple DC? It'd be 8 plus your proficiency
16.
modifier plus your strength modifier.
It would be +8.
Didn't that change in 2024?
Sorry, what was the calculation? Sorry,
8 plus your strength modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
16 then.
16. This Neperabo has rolled a nat 20.
Oh, do I not roll? Is that the new rules?
No, it's a saving throw. That's what I was saying.
Ah,
for
right.
So yeah, you're unable to grab him, and in fact, you take 2d4 acid damage
Okay.
as its vermin bite at you. You take 5 acid damage.
Okay.
It can't make any noise. He's going. Mm-hmm. The only people that could notice are the barbed devil and the spined devil over here, but they're too busy looking at the explosion. No one else does.
Okay.
We are now going to cut back.
Okay.
We're going to cut back over to Ashmedai.
I was gonna say, quick question: do we even know Aegis is doing this?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Last you saw him, he
got
was
it.
just covered in the last dregs of candle wax.
So
That's what
part
I
of the point
figured.
of this was to cause an additional distraction for you lot. So hopefully that explosion would have been noticed elsewhere.
Not yet.
I mean, we are an infinity away.
Yeah. Ashmedai is still talking to Nigel and Tattle. And goes, you know, Tattle, most people
Very well.
who sell their souls to me are a lot more eager in the first week or so to do my bidding. You sold your soul, and then immediately it rather feels like you're reneging on your side of the bargain.
Well, I'm sure you know the story about the guy who's, God searched his wheelbarrows full of gravel. You had that one?
I don't have to remind you of the consequences of failing to live up to your side of the bargain, do I?
Could you? I mean, I'm basically sort of obliged to live up to the bargain. I don't think you made the consequences that clear.
Snaps his fingers, and a lemure appears. It is a formless mass of flesh that screams constantly, and it hurts your ears to hear it. Their screaming is so loud and so full of pain. This could be
Yeah,
you.
I'm not. Yeah. Well, I hate making too much noise, so yeah.
5 seconds. Tell me where you got the idea to come here from.
Okay, so Nick, quick question: would Tattle have seen that the Well, Tattle wouldn't know the contracts are destroyed at this point, would she?
Tattle would know nothing about that, no.
You
Also,
I was going to say Aegis and Imp felt a lightness in their souls, but that's because their souls were literally bound to hell. You would not notice the difference because your soul is not bound anywhere. Your soul is still yours.
would this is a question, I guess, for me, but would Nigel assume that whatever Tattle says to Ashmedai in response has to be what Tattle perceives as the truth? Because as far as, well, the contract would make them tell the truth to Ashmedai. But since the contract is gone, would Ashmedai realize Tattle is lying?
I mean, Ashmedai does have an extremely high insight score.
This is fair. This is fair.
He doesn't necessarily need the contract to know. And this is why Ashmedai hasn't worked out that the contract binding Aegis's and Imp's souls to him is broken. He hasn't felt that the way they felt it, because it's not his soul up for bargain.
I'm nearby, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's you?
Yeah, good question.
And Imp specifically. And I have already made the telepathic link via a Wigan mind to to Tattle because I did it before the card game.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say into Tattle's mind, push the limits, but don't break the contract.
Okay, yeah, fine. Sorry, I've just got a lot of anecdotes. I'll get on with it. So yes, obviously, as I said, the first one to report it was Thorek. I don't know, Thorek. No, it wasn't Thorek because he hadn't come to the town.
I believe it was Aegis that was the first one that we knew was on the quest.
Oh yeah. I was saying all this in character, by the way. She is still trying to stall.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was Aegis because I remember I had a lovely sort of cup of tea with Frida while we talked about it. Actually,
Aegis.
you know.
So I should summon him here and question him.
Oh, fuck.
Well, I'm about to do that now, aren't you? Oh, I'm literally about to tell you though.
Well, you seem to be taking a very long time with it. Aegis is much more
I thought you had like infinite patience or something. I'm stuck working for you. We've got a lot of time to talk about this. Anyway.
Speaking of talk,
This is what you signed up for, bud.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm very, it's what makes me a great druid. I'm very detail orientated. I'll make sure you get everything you need. Don't worry.
oh, believe me, I have been dealing with this one for quite some time, and this is every day.
Imagine annoying an archdevil so much he tells you to go away.
It's getting close. It's getting close. The thing is, Nigel,
Anyway.
that's just the truth. You don't need to do a deception check at that point. That's
That's
the
not
truth.
a deception. That's just the truth.
Yeah. This is just the way Tattle
Anyway,
is.
I'm sorry, but
Anyway.
this is what you've signed up for.
Yeah. Anyway, I prepared my usual herbal
You can-
tincture. Great invention, by the way. Frida was having this. I think it was actually rose petal and nettle, an unusual combination. But yeah.
Oh. And I'm gonna interrupt real quick. Please tell me you didn't have it to where she has to put everything in writing. You'll get like 20 copies of everything, organized by the material the paper was made out of, by plant.
I did not ask for it in writing. I merely asked for it, and so far I've received none of the it that I've asked for.
We're getting to
Perhaps,
that. Don't worry,
perhaps
it's the
I
good
should
bit.
make Aegis a Lemure in front of you. Would that hurry you along a little?
Well,
Here's a question.
Okay. Now that's
Does
just,
he have the
that's
power
just
to
bad.
do that now? Or
He doesn't,
Let's
but
do
he
it.
doesn't
we
know
don't,
that.
we don't
he
want him
doesn't.
to know.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we don't want him to
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah, we don't.
Okay, come on. That's
We're
terrible for
stalling.
morale.
Okay, we're going to cut back to Aegis. As I think, at the moment, you lot are team distract Satan long enough that Aegis' plan, in the largest air quotes possible, can succeed. So we're going to sort of cut between the two of you as much as possible. Aegis, we're back to you.
So I also forgot in the last encounter, in the last round, I have extra attack now. So
Yep.
I could have had a second
Could have
attempt.
done it.
at
Oh, we'll
grapple.
go again. Go again. We'll see how this goes. And if
So, yeah.
You're level 5, Aegis. You gotta know your new sheet.
Yeah, so another D6 16 grapple
I
save.
can't believe Austin Powers suddenly turned up there.
It's a bit nutty.
Oh.
Yeah.
What did you get, Aegis?
No, it's
Oh no,
a
I've
save
it's
on
a
your
save. Yes,
part.
no,
Yeah, it's
that's
unique. Come
that's
on, get
me.
with the rules.
Shut up. All right, I got an 11 on the
Hey,
save.
okay. So I've got you grappled
Yeah.
on the last action.
All right.
So
Grappled. You do still take that damage because you don't have enough actions to throw.
that's fine.
But that was last turn, so we're on a fresh turn now. So yeah, you can attempt your slam dunk of a
Yeah,
gammon
I'm-
in the cauldron.
I'm going to move as close as I can, still outside of 20 feet, and then try and throw it from there.
Okay, position yourself to where you'd be. Don't
So
have to worry about
it's
the
half-
Natariba. The Paraba.
It's half speed when carrying something, right?
Yeah, we can hand wave that a little bit. I just want to know
Okay.
where you're going.
All right.
These
so
are flying, so I think, yeah, it doesn't.
it would be
count.
to about there. And yeah, a throw roll, I guess,
Okay.
right?
As you step through the candles, you take.
Oh no, I'm jumping over like things.
Oh,
like
you're
the
jumping
candles and
while
the
carrying
lava.
an Upperuba. Like just run. What's the strength score?
20.
That's good. These are like heavy. Like I'll show you an image later, and you'll be like, okay, how did I do this? But 20 is a very high. Give me an
I can
athletics
carry,
check.
like, a
I need
whole
an
barrel
athletics
full of
check for
water.
this. Yeah, it's jumping
not
while you're
natural
doing
one.
it.
Okay.
Oh,
Hey.
you're doing it one-handed. I'm putting an image in the chat.
I've
of
got
what
it
you're
under my arm
carrying,
like a
just so
rugby
you-
ball.
Just so you understand what is going on. This is not a small creature. It's the size. It's larger than you. It's a medium creature.
Okay. Well, I've got both my hands free, so I'm holding it above my head. So it's not got wings like in the
You're
icon
running
set.
along like fucking
I don't
Link
like it.
holding a pot in the original Zelda, just like
I'm basketballing
Bro.
it. I'm bouncing it along and
Yeah.
jumping.
Hey,
Yep.
Nick.
It just turns into Space Jam.
Nick. Can I request you delete that image?
it's horrible, isn't it?
Yes.
Unpleasant.
Yeah, that's what they all look like.
Yeah. Please get
Okay.
rid of it. Thank you.
So, is it just a strength attack roll to throw it?
Strength attack roll, improvised weapon, very much improvised weapon.
Okay. So that would just be a +8 to hit, I guess. All right, come on, baby.
Oh my god.
That seated on the one.
Wedges in it, and it's making this sort of screaming noise.
Run
as
away,
it
run
can,
away.
as the boiler next to it bulges and then explodes, killing it. And this one, the spine devil. I'm gonna see if the spine devil can actually piece together what's going on, because they've been looking away while you've been doing this.
Surely that would also have been killed.
yeah, sure. That it was as close as the other one.
No, that one's more than 20 feet away.
Oh, because from this,
Literally not.
I was thinking from the furnace, but
Oh
no, it's
no,
from this.
actually, yeah, no, I would have counted it from there. It is within.
Yeah.
Yep.
Boom.
Because despite being immune to fire damage, all of these creatures are immune to fire damage. This is not fire that's happening.
Ooh, interesting.
Can we get the Metal Gear Solid music
Is it
playing?
like thunder or something?
No,
Magical
it's
shenanigan damage.
force damage. Yeah, magical shenanigan
right.
damage. Exactly, it's force. Well, elemental chaos is a lake, a miasma, and a lake in a place called Limbo, which is the nexus of all of the elemental planes. It is raw chaos, and it's the kind of thing that mutates people instantly, and things like that. Some say it is
Definitely
pouring directly
shenanigans.
into the abyss. Yeah, so that's 2 down. 1 to go. I'm going to take that as your full action on that attack, because you had
I've
like
got
a
lot of
leap and all
movement
that
stuff,
with it,
yeah.
and a lot of movement. We're going to do that. We're going to go back to Team Distract Ashmedai. How's it going, everyone?
Okay, so, yeah. Are you sure you don't want to hear the story about the wheelbarrow, though?
No,
Ow.
I want to hear the story
Okay.
of how
Okay,
you
fine.
learnt about this place.
Okay,
And no,
but
I'm not
that's,
talking about when we told you about this place when you arrived and signed the NDA. I mean how you came up with the idea to come here. What triggering, inciting incident caused you all to decide to come here?
Well, don't you think that's a bit making a bit of a story of this whole thing? Like, we all have free will here, don't we? I mean, we're not under the control
Not
of
many
some grand
here
narrative.
have free will.
Hate to interrupt, but while this little conversation is going on, as fun as it is, do you have anything I could say practice my methods on with someone nearby deserving of it?
Yes.
You know, I really thought better of you, Nigel.
Yes, a demonstration is in order. Tattle, if you don't mind assisting Nigel.
Hmm.
Well, I guess he's got me there. Tattle gives Nigel a wink, and she just mouths, "Best shot."
DM me what you just said, because I did not hear it, because I've got some hell ambient music playing, because my tinnitus is a pain.
Oh, sorry. Well, wait, no, I can just literally say it out loud.
Yeah, you can.
As a character, she said, "Hit me with your best shot."
All right. It's very unfortunate that I unprepared spiritual weapon for
It's
look
just going to
around
have
here,
to
'cause
be inflict wounds.
Wait.
Third
Wait,
level.
boss, I've got a question. Am I like immortal here, like Imp and Aegis, or?
No.
No.
No. Like,
That was
even,
not part of your
Specifically
deal.
part of our deals.
yeah. And even if you weren't, your contract's molten. It's gone. That would have been gone too.
Yeah, don't say that out loud. We're trying to hide that.
I'm not saying it out loud. This is an out of character
This is
discussion.
a meta discussion.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
come on.
Bree was talking in character.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. She wants the devil to think that she thinks that she might not be hurt, but might actually be hurt.
Oh, I see.
I mean, I'm a healer. I can just undo whatever I do.
Yeah.
Kinda my thing.
Tassle's got a way to instantly heal anyway, so
Yeah, true.
that's why she's so.
So, yeah, I guess. Wait, is inflict wounds not level 1 anymore?
No, it is, I think.
Yeah.
I don't have it prepared. Fuck.
Lamau.
Yeah, I guess. I figured we'd go in for a fight in hell, so I'm mostly support. I said mostly. Unless I go for, a 3rd level spell. That's my only damaging ones.
Okay,
You could also just hit somebody.
Yeah, I could just hit somebody.
You could just punch a guy.
So, Nigel, question: what's your least favorite type of animal?
Oh, I haven't ever really put much thought into that. I do like ravens, but that's favorite. But I'm like, as out of character as a player, I'm like, can I try and trick the devil into giving me a free magic weapon out of this? I mean, I know this is an act, but
Sure. If you
Oh.
can beat the devil in a contested deception check versus his insight, you can have a free magic
No, I
weapon.
can't.
If you lose by 5, I will deal. I'll do 1d10 damage for every 5 you lose by.
I know. I'm not gonna. Anyways, I'll just take my
You
mace
could
out.
try though. I mean, I'm not
Um,
going to stop you trying. I might
yeah,
roll
no,
a 1.
You might roll a 1.
Yeah.
Unlikely.
Come on,
And
let me.
Parfai's not here to silvery barbs it.
advantage.
Anyways,
Thorek's already beaten me, so you know.
I go to
It's doable.
sideswipe. I go to sideswipe Tattle with my mace.
Oh yeah, Tassel first turns into a giant octopus.
Classic Tattle.
Hardly sporting, but I smack the octopus with a mace.
Donk.
No, you need no. This isn't how you do it at all. This isn't how you do it at all. Imp,
Boss.
come over here.
That was a natural 20 to hit, by the way.
Imp approaches.
Show them what I've taught you.
Just to be clear, you're asking, air quotes on asking, like Imp actually does the air quotes, that I inflict some manner of mental damage upon Tattle.
Correct.
And I couldn't. Oh, would they? No, they wouldn't have communicated that. That wouldn't make sense. Okay. Amity wouldn't be inclined towards making a deal either. So, god damn it. Okay. I look at Tattle, who is in a giant octopus form at the moment.
She looks at you with giant Q's eyes. Thin plate-sized eyes.
Bearing in mind that Tattle can currently speak to me telepathically because we're connected.
Yeah. And also, Wild Shape does actually, because it's a 5.5 edition now, she can actually speak out loud as an animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking more along the lines of the fact that if she wants to let him know whether or not this is something she approves of, she can.
Oh yeah, she sort of transmits to you that, yep, she has a plan. Hit me with your best shot.
Okay. Got that.
We cut back to Aegis. Aegis, you have one more cauldron.
Right. I can see clearly in front of me there is a lot of candles.
Lot of candles. So many candles.
I'm
Who
not
let
gonna
this go?
bother
Who
trying
let
to
this spread
jump
so
there.
much? Who hand placed each and every one of these candles? What kind of idiot did that before learning that there was a paint tool? That there was a paint tool.
Aegis is looking at them thinking, that is a lot of candles to collect, but not right now. I'm going to try and throw at long range this time, because this is that's a far distance. I'm going to try and grab this one and throw it.
All right, saving throw.
DC 16.
8.
Yay,
Successfully
okay.
grab. Disadvantage on the attack roll. If you
Okay.
fail, you hit the Barb Devil and start combat with a CR5 creature on your own.
That's cool. I'm fine. I am.
Get closer,
Say,
folks.
you'll do it.
Right, let's just go. Let's do it. Oh, 21!
Well, never fucking mind then.
I would like you to know that all this time I've been picturing John Boulder doing this.
I need to stress that you are still covered in candles while you do this. You pick
I'm
up
so good at grappling.
the Nepera bow, throw it, and it lands in the other cauldron, and the final boiler explodes.
Pointer!
While the Barb Devil that is left is still looking around trying to work out why they keep exploding and is like panicking a little, is checking the pipes, has actually run over to check this last one, and it blows up around him, killing the Barb Devil. Aegis, congratulations, you've taken out the mist production facility.
Dun, 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 dun.
Somehow.
Ba-da-da.
Somehow you've taken out the mist production facility. Now all we've got to do is get back before Ashmedai.
Despite these short legs, I am very fast.
Done. Are you? What's your
I mean, in
movement?
fact-
Oh, your movement speed has increased.
Right.
Yeah.
I've gotten faster since coming to hell.
Yeah, because the new 2024 thing, you got 30-foot of movement speed now. You don't have to worry.
Yeah.
Okay. So back at Team Distracting Ashmedai. What are you doing him?
I'm looking at Ashmedai. I'm going to tell him. Don't really have much of a choice, but you should know. I was always going to be gunning for you just for this whole situation. But this is something else. My concentration on Hex drops, finally. I cast Shadow Blade with a bonus action,
Okay.
and I stab into Tattle's face.
Oh, the face.
My octopus face.
Oh no, my face bones.
Well, actually, octopuses don't have face bones. They just have a internal skeletal one.
Yes, National Geographic, I
Pen.
appreciate the explanation.
They're actually pretty much all muscle. Actually, no, that's squid. Octopuses don't have any bones except their beak.
Anyways.
I mean, that's
More
a cartilage,
importantly,
not
how much
bone.
damage have you done to Tattle? Your child.
Oh, yes. Second level spell. I have third level slots now, which means 2d8 plus 1d8, so 3d8.
Wait, what was that to hit? Sorry.
I
Yeah.
haven't done a 2-hit yet. Do I need to roll to hit?
Yeah, go.
It could crit.
Shadowblade uses my dex, so where was it? By there, plus 8. 19 total.
That just beats my AC in wild shape.
So you hit and you do 3d8
13 plus
damage.
wisdom.
Yep. You said give you my best shot. This is what I got. It was either this or Cloud of Daggers, but
Tattle's regretting the catchphrase, hit me with your best shot.
No, not really.
Fire away.
Go ahead, roll away.
hold up. 4 plus 2 is 6, but I need a third d8. Plus another 3 is 9. But this is an attack with that, which means it adds my dex modifier. 14 psychic.
14 psychic.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't even got into my bonus hit points.
Do I need to swing again?
I mean, you don't have to.
How many temp HP did the giant octopus give you?
15. It's
15. So
3
you
times
have
my druid
one
level.
left in octopus form.
Well, I stay in octopus form until I'm unconscious or until I drop it now.
Oh, I thought they did it
Basically,
only
they changed-
during the temp HP. Ah, fair enough.
No, I basically I stay in that form until I
Oh, that's good then. I think that was one of the reasons people didn't like the druid revamp, not just the lack of choices, but yeah.
I just don't
Okay.
get that massive extra HP pool now.
Good. Sorry, it was broken. It was broken.
Yeah, it
What
doesn't
do you
mean
mean?
much difference as a squirrel
Infinite
though.
elemental shape-shifting wasn't that broken?
Yeah, like literally I'm an AC I can turn into an AC 18 squirrel with 15 extra hit points now. I just find that very funny.
Anyway,
Oh, dear.
Ashmedai looks at you, Nigel, and says, "Do you understand the difference?" Tell
Well,
me,
I asked for someone.
what made your attempt ineffective torture and imps there effective?
Well, I rolled a natural 20 and you didn't even let me roll damage, but well, first off, a bit hesitant to damage someone who was on my crew. You see,
It snorts and just shakes the head.
No,
That's
I
what-
don't think you do see, do you? Do you think I was torturing Tattle there?
torturing imp by making them hurt their friend.
That's the
Clever.
first lesson. You'll get there very soon, I think. You've got the spark of a good torturer in you.
Like I said, never without a reason.
Well, of course, but reasons are so easy to come by.
Aye, but some are harder to justify than others.
I'm sure you'll get very good at that. Okay. With that, Aegis has enough time to return to the dinner table. And somewhat conveniently for the plot, Ashmedai says, "Why don't we finish off our coffees and then perhaps say goodbye?" And
Oh, you said that was from the Temple of Morian. Or a temple.
oh yes, the broken temple. Not seen in 1,000 years since the dragons sacked it.
Oh,
I
is
was
that just
there.
hidden away somewhere? Oh, please tell me.
Oh, I was there. Not in an active sense, just watching for my own enjoyment, seeing if anyone might be desperate enough while dragons sacked their temple to make a quick deal, you know.
Oh, did you catch any deals?
Well, I got this coffee.
I
Shame
suppose.
about the temple.
Aye, shame indeed.
Yeah. Have a sip. It's wonderful stuff.
Ah. Not entirely sure that won't come with strings attached.
Aegis, how have you gotten yourself covered in candles again? I should flame strike you again to get rid of them.
Isn't this what you were asking me to do? Have I misunderstood the instructions again? I'm terribly sorry.
Uh,
I mean, you can see why I made a deal with you in the first place, right? These are the people I was surrounded by.
now, to be fair, Imp, we've never met before.
Aegis, how much
But-
health have you got left?
54.
Aegis, can you make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Oh, fuck.
I try and
Isn't
dive
so
in front
good
of
after
Aegis.
the change.
That won't help.
Okay.
This is a vertical column of brilliant fire. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh no.
So you're going to take the full
Fuck.
damage. Are you resistant to fire or radiant?
I am.
He a dwarf.
How much off the DC was I just then? Because I could use
Uh,
the thing.
Like extremely far off of that.
Is it within 10?
Unlikely.
What did you
Very
roll?
unlikely.
Sorry?
A 9.
8, 9.
A 9. Okay. Spell save DC of 27.
Okay, yeah, no. There's no chance I would have beaten it anyway.
Okay, fair enough. So you don't have resistance to fire or radiant, right?
Nope.
Double checking my numbers on Flame Strike. Okay.
This is gonna suck.
42
I'm
points
fine.
of damage.
I am fine.
The candles have melted off of you and you're left there charred.
And I'm just reflexively curing wounds.
Yeah.
You're more beardless than either Keely or Feely.
And yeah.
You heal up 15 HP.
Ashmedai
Actually, that really hurt that time.
chuckles. It'll hurt even more next time, I'm sure. So
Well,
we've made
stop
good
sending me to
business
get
today.
candles, and I won't have to do this over and over again.
Don't forget
the
your
one-
obligations.
What were they again?
Not yours, Aegis.
Oh.
And I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds again. It's just out of habit at this point.
Yeah,
I'm used
you
to
can
Aegis
just keep
getting
doing
beat
that.
up.
He's watching you do it and just like wasting your power on this one who's already lost.
Another 15.
Nice.
So you've healed up most of that damage.
Yeah, I'm up to like 38 now. I'm fine. But like,
Yeah,
then-
Cure Wounds is 2d8 plus 5 for me.
No telling anyone.
Actually, I
we'll
don't
be
suppose
right
you'd allow
back
me
here.
to go and get some clothes on or something, because like the candles were somewhat hiding my modesty.
No.
At least
Oh.
in front of the guests, you know.
Act with decorum, and I shall grant you decorum.
Oh,
Well, that's unfair. You can't even spell decorum.
Okay, so Octopus.
I don't suppose you mind me taking Aegis's belongings back with me, since they won't be needing them. You know, strip them of everything they had left when they came here.
That's
Fine.
really uncalled for,
Snaps his
Nigel.
finger and a load of imps fly in holding the stuff. I suppose the deal was not for his possessions. Can have imps as well if you'd like.
Can I
Much
have him, sir?
appreciated.
You know, I always did used to say, if you die, I'm calling your stuff.
Well, you've got the
Hmm?
bag of...
Wait, did Tattle say that to Imp?
No, she says this out loud because druids can speak in wild shape now.
And she's still an octopus.
Yeah, no, that's what I say. She said it out loud to her. Yeah.
To everybody.
Yeah, no. Imp, has it been more than a minute?
Yes.
Okay, Shadowblade's gone. But I can manifest out of nowhere a long, filigreed silver short sword. And I'll say, fight you for it.
Enough.
Oh, yeah?
Take the items and make good use of them, Tattle. You can consider it payment for the information given.
Well, can an Aegis at least see us off?
Oh, of course. I was going to force them to watch you leave anyway. It's a very slow
Fleeting
ride
hope.
up. Exactly.
appreciate it.
Pal.
You're understanding it.
There is perhaps something that you should attend to, because I do believe there was an incident with the furnaces whilst you were away.
He didn't even know, and now he does.
Hey, what?
Nice job giving it up.
Aegis has terrible infosec.
Yep. Almost.
They may require your attention.
Almost had it.
This has been delightful. It's been like marvelous remembering the incompetency that is from my old hometown. Perhaps we should leave you to that, boss, and we can
Imp
say our
and
goodbyes.
guide the
And he
others to the
snaps
exit.
his finger, and that blonde-haired man appears again. See them off. I have something to attend to. And he vanishes in a portal of hellfire. And Aranak says, "You're very lucky I don't just snap your head off right now."
So how does a demon end up working for the devil anyway?
Demon.
No,
Let's
he's-
not
he's
make a
a
habit.
dragon.
Let's
You
not
say
make a
the
habit.
dragon, but a dragon nonetheless.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a demony dragon.
Recalling the incident with the giant shark, Nigel's going to pipe up Tattle. Let's not make a habit of repeating past mistakes. Don't antagonize the dragon, please.
Ah, but I antagonize all my friends.
Let's just get this lot out of here, shall we? To the elevator, was it, Aranax?
Exactly. Follow me, and if you step a single toe out of line,
Imp shuffles to the
I will
left.
eat you myself. And he walks you to the elevator.
Tattle turns back into a tiefling.
That's probably good, because it's pretty hot, and
Yeah.
as an
she
octopus,
just
that's
remembered-
unpleasant, I imagine.
Yeah, yeah, and she doesn't want. And she's probably starting to smell delicious.
Calamari, anyone?
Mm-mm.
You get to
Squid.
the elevator, and he opens the door. And he says, "Almost a good fight. You know, back on the ship. I look forward to our next joust."
Oh, do you value a fight?
It's good sport, isn't it?
You put up a good effort. You to be applauded.
Thank you.
And I will offer them a genuinely, like genuine bow.
He bows as well. Well, didn't keep you waiting. I have a sauna to suffuse in. And opens the door.
Yeah,
In you go.
you might. I suppose. Get in the elevator.
Could you do me one favor, by the way?
What's that?
When Ashmedai's finished doing whatever he needs to do, just let him know. Like I said, rules are made to be broken.
No, I don't think I shall.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I find you all quite tiresome. Go on.
All right.
Does it do anything to stop Imp walking into the elevator?
Oh, yes, he puts an arm on your shoulder and says,
I mean, surely he'd know Ashmedai could just call Imp back with a snap of his finger. Some more crushing hope, thinking, oh, he's getting away.
No, you're to watch from right here.
Honestly, that's... Given the way your boss talked about torture methods, I would thought he would have appreciated the crushing hope of letting him think he's getting away.
Them. I have my orders and I follow them. Unlike some of you, and he looks at Aegis. And he puts.
I'm very
he puts
honestly,
one
I
arm,
do my best.
one hand on Aegis's shoulder, one hand on
I'm-
Imp's, and just holds there.
He did grab Aegis, okay. And I don't have a spell slot now, otherwise I could just... Okay.
Off
I
you
have a
go.
few.
I mean, that's something I could do.
I've got all
but
sorts of good stuff.
Seems like a terrible idea.
Well, picking a fight with a dragon is a terrible idea, but
I
we
mean-
don't really.
This is a
Hmm.
dragon in humanoid form, right? So it's presumably not using its full dragon physical stats.
Question: would a dragon in humanoid form still count as a humanoid for those purposes, or?
Shape-shifting druids do take on the different stat blocks, so like dominate
But
beast work
not-
on them.
Not mental, usually.
Yeah.
So like saving
Just-
throws, which is what we're considering.
When a druid's in
Yeah.
wild
Just
shape,
wondering.
can you use Dominate Beast on him?
Yes.
Yes.
Then yes, they count as a human.
Cool. I cast
Because
hold
they are
person.
shape-shifting. Okay. What have I got to roll?
Okay. Oh, let me just check the rules in this. In
And
5.5e, just in case they've changed
Still
it.
wisdom save, yeah.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll look it up. Don't worry, you're doing that real close to the mic. I will look up.
Oh,
old
sorry.
person.
You're welcome for the free
Okay.
ASMR chant.
That was the opposite of ASMR. Wisdom save. Okay, what's your DC?
My DC is 17.
17. All right, here we go. Oh my god, I should have done that on Owlbear so you could all see it. That is an 11 plus 5. 16.
16.
On the save.
get the fuck out.
You lock Aranax, the baleful blue dragon, in a paralyzed rictus. He's trying to hold on to Aegis and Imp, and they're able to weasel out from under his grip. I take it you make a break for the elevator.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You sprint
I
into the elevator and close the
enter
doors
the
as
elevator
several
backwards,
other
flip
imps
the bird.
look at you in hell, and they like there is a pit demon. There is a Baylor now walking towards the elevator, but it ascends slightly too quickly for them. Still very slowly, but slightly too quickly. And you hear a roar of anger emanating from a very distant part of hell, possibly infinity away. And also this.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, door closes. Tattle shouts. Well, she doesn't really shout because she doesn't really shout, but she says, like I said, tell him about the rules, and tell him about the wheelbarrows, and go fuck himself.
All right.
You
Well.
ascend out of hell very, very slowly as the music continues to play for the next hour. And when you get to the top and exit out of the rock, you see the mist dissipating and clearing up. And you are able to get back on the boat. And all your friends are there. Cheeky Dave. Other people who are not as cool as Cheeky Dave. And they don't look better. But maybe that'll take time. Maybe
Or-
it'll take extra heat.
That also means Amity's not better, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hold on. I have in my inventory. This is just something I can't really think would have any other purpose. An elixir of health. Do I have any idea if that would work on Amity and the affliction? It says it cures any disease afflicting you.
Religious check.
And removes-
please.
Okay. Let's go +9 to religion. 24.
Yeah, it'll work.
All right.
Can I try casting Lesser Restoration on one of the crew?
You can try that. It doesn't work.
Okay.
All right. I think this quest is about to end, maybe, if we're lucky. So why not use my last divine aid on Owlbear and see if I can just cure everyone?
You can give it a go. It'll need a 6 to cure everyone.
Yeah, I know.
But with less than that,
okay.
you might be able to cure a few people.
Yeah. So I passed the elixir of health to Amity to cure that.
Okay.
So
Oh,
you're good.
precious.
Your crew, gotta protect my crew. So
The rest of your crew that are feeling really ill are feeling great
Yeah,
about that.
literally the entire crew has a.
anyone have
at this
yeah. Anyone have any divine favors to send my way?
point.
I probably don't. Hang on. Yeah, Imp might have one left over from a long time ago.
I got 2 left. So I got a dice for being Nigel because I'm always in
No, I-
favor of Morian, and
If
being
I-
a cleric.
If I
And
remember
being alive.
correctly, my last divine favor went on helping you resurrect
Yeah.
Cedric.
He's got them up before.
So 3 dice by default.
Yep.
And I suppose I'll toss one more in just for good, one religious favor and to add a 4th dice.
Okay.
One, oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hoping for, let's see, wisdom modifier is 5, so I need a 15. 4 dice, that's good odds. Didn't get it.
Oh.
Mark.
Yeah. Oh well, see, this is why I don't use Owlbear.
I feel as if maybe your connection to Morian was weakened with being in the Hells for a little bit. Like that soul connection might just take a little bit of time to get back on. Kind of like when you come off a flight and you're trying to get a signal.
Yeah. That's fair. But I've still got 1 favor left. I can try again on the way home.
Yeah, you can try again in 24 hours. If
You
you
have
want
to
to roll that now,
succeed.
you can do that.
I suppose. I'll just do the standard 3. Save a dice to reroll. There we go.
Okay.
Let's hope for a 6. Fuck. What last favor to reroll?
Yep.
Worse. Oh well.
Okay.
Can't all be 6s.
Okay. So, Morian does take some pity on you. Applies a healing salve to 2 crew members. The 2 worst
Is one of-
affected crew members.
The one in the brig.
Oh yeah.
You do notice as you're sailing back that people aren't getting worse.
That's
So at least
good.
they're not going to turn into demons.
So you have time.
Yes.
They're not feeling great, but
We
you
do.
have time. Maybe another DM will be able to run a quest where you find a cure. Or you just
Fix
get
the-
remove curse and cast it loads
Yeah.
and loads of times as downtime.
Yeah. Just a bunch of elixirs of health.
Yeah, I'll get loads of those. They are much rarer than the ability to cast remove curse, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Nigel can cast from
Yeah, Nigel
I
can.
can.
like
Yeah.
on the way back. You just
Yeah.
Well,
What if I just spend all my spell slots doing remove curse?
it would take too long for you to get back. Sorry, you don't have enough days on the return journey. People will be arriving cursed still. Because you only get how many level 3 spells?
2.
You get 2 a day. So you're not going to get enough to get the whole crew. Especially as remove curse removes 1 point of exhaustion. Not exhaustion, affliction. Wait, does it remove the whole thing? Let me check my notes. It might remove the whole thing, actually. 1 stack. So it'll take a while. It'll take some time. You can either do that as downtime or go on a quest. That's up to you and up to the people running Nordmark in the future because, as someone rightly points in the chat, this was my final session running Nordmark, although I will still be playing in Breeze 1 for a little bit, which will be good fun. Because I need to take a break. But I think Nordmark is now self-sustaining and you lot can all manage it and continue running it in whatever you want. And I look forward to seeing what happens when I'm not there to go, that's not really going to happen in the lore, is it? You lot could just do whatever you want. Like, this is your copy of Aetos. You can rename it as well. You can call it
Steve.
Flubville.
Soti. Yeah, Flubville.
Aetos.
Aetos.
I think it's called Nick Delma.
You can't call it my actual name. And why is this the one time you pronounce my surname wrong?
What if we call it Crumpet Land?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was pronouncing it wrong. Oh,
God damn it. You can do whatever you want with it, and I look forward to seeing it. I'll still be like the ones that get streamed, I'll still be watching them. And that sort of thing. And there is always the chance I come back. I'm not saying never.
we'll drag you back in one day, Nick.
Yeah.
Kicking and screaming.
Oh yeah.
I gotta know.
Waste went on high.
Yeah. Well done, everyone. You beat the devil.
That was
We
a
did.
great quest, Nick.
Yeah.
And
I
brilliant finale.
enjoyed that. That was good.
Yeah, it was fun.
You all had some really good ideas. I think the session became one session instead of two when Thorek decided to snaffle away those contracts in the arm, because I'm sitting there thinking that would just legit work. That's great.
Kudos to Thorek.
Yeah, that was really good. Okay, we're going to stop here. I will chat with you on Discord in a sec to give you your XP, because you do get XP.
We beat a dragon.
You beat a dragon. Not the full XP for beating that dragon, but yeah. But more importantly, you beat another combat encounter that was pretty big. And
yeah. And we beat Satan.
Yeah, and you beat Satan. Yeah. So, for the last time, at least for the foreseeable future, say goodbye to everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Snowflame is powered by cocaine.
God damn
Thank you,
it.
Nick.
I knew you were going to bring that up
Crumpets
again.
forever.
All right, everyone. Am I muted? I hope so. Say I'm... Yeah, no, I'm muted. Thank you for watching. This is what is my last... No, ignore that. We'll be back soon. That ain't happened. It's been fantastic. I've really enjoyed creating this world and running it for people, and there have been so many incredible memories from running it. And as I say, I'm not guaranteeing I won't be back either, but I need a break. I need a rest. Huge thank you to everyone who supports everything we do, including these games, but all the other things I run, like Mobius Command and that sort of thing. Their names popping up on the left. If you want to get your name here, you can go to ko-fi.com/his cursedness. So we have Ikifu, Super Talia DX, Willow, Al Wyvern, Ben Newman, Bringing the Revolution, Catbat, NeoWest. Then under counties, we have 8-Bit Goggles, Aeon, Born Typing, Craig Perko, Crimson Hail, Summerbee, and Terran Jokes. Thank you all. I hope you've all really enjoyed watching the end of this this quest line as much as I enjoyed running. I'll see you all very soon for other things. Have a good night.